Welcome to the Zero channel. On this channel, I'll post stories, life stories, kind of inspired by like Luna and Goblin. But like, they're going to be my stories. I just got a lot of inspiration from them. So, my first story is all going to take place back in 8th grade. Alright, so let's cut right to the chase. When I was in 8th grade, I used to sell candy. I was like a little reseller. I would like buy the candy at Costco and then come and then go sell it in school. All right, so I was making like a lot of money, chilling. When one day, I'm just standing there on the bench, just selling candy to like these kids or whatever, basically ripping them off because like who's selling in Arizona for like $2? And then once I'm done like selling, right, the vice principal, and keep in mind, this woman is low-key an asshole. Like, we've had a bad relationship since day one. I had her 3 years in a row, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. No, wait, don't take that out of context. You know what I'm trying to say, all right? I'm in 10th grade right now, so, yeah, it's a couple years ago. So, yeah, so she was all like, oh, like, what are you doing? You selling drugs? And I'm like, no, the hell? And so now she's getting on my ass about this. She's all like, oh, like, man, you're like selling stuff. Like, what are you selling? Open your bag, open your bag. I'm low-key kind of stupid. So like, I keep on telling her, now it's nothing, it's nothing. So, like, now I'm making it look real suspicious. So then, I'm just cruising and she keeps asking me all these questions. And the principal comes, like the main one. And he's a little more chill. So he comes, he's like, all right, let's just take all this to the office and all that. So I go to the office and like I'm just chilling, posted up in there, and all of a sudden she's like has like the school security come in or whatever, and she's all like, "Oh, like we're not search you because like we don't know what you're selling," and then I'm like, "The chill is just candy." Like I finally told her, and she's like, "I don't believe you. I don't believe you." So she was all like, "All right, open up your bag, take off your shoes." So like this security guard's like rummaging through my stuff, like throwing everywhere. I don't know why he was like this. He's all just taking all this shit out, and I'm like, bro, like you gotta chill out. And he's like, don't say anything, like don't say anything, like you're just a kid, dog, you don't know nothing, like like just trying to be all like rude and shit. So I'm all like, all right, fine, whatever, whatever. And they go through my bag and they found nothing. Of course they're gonna find nothing. Like what? So I'm just chilling in there while like if they're just doing all this, and then they ask me, yo, show us your waistband, yo, take off your shoes. And so I do all that, right, and I even pat like the sole of my shoe or the bottom of my shoe. I take out the sole, dump everything out, show I have nothing. And they're like, oh, it's actually against our school policy to sell. And I'm like, yo, what? So I don't know why, but instead of just letting this happen and just letting me saying me go back to class, this chick's like, I'm calling up your parents. So she calls my dad up. And all my life, bro. Like, I don't know why she did this, but she says, your son was caught selling stuff. And she made it sound like I was selling drugs or something. But I was just candy. So my dad's like, oh, it's probably just candy. Because he knew. Right? So I'm just chilling there. My dad comes. And then this was like all around like towards the end of the school day. So I'd missed an entire period from being in this office just because I was getting berated and telling, oh, stop doing that, stop selling that stuff, like it's against our policy. So my dad comes, he sits down for like 10 minutes, talks to the vice principal, then the bell rings, so it's like time to go home already. So I'm like, damn, like I go home, like I get texts and stuff like, oh, like what were you for like the last 2 periods of the day. And I'm like, yeah, bro, they caught me up for selling candy. And like legitimately, all I was selling was like Twizzlers and like Arizonas and like just like actual candy. And like I don't know why, but they really thought I was doing drugs. Like I don't know, my school's weird as hell. Or like I can't say my school, like like my middle school is weird as hell. Like yeah, it was just fucked. So yeah, like a lot of my stories are gonna be from that time, just like the one I just told. This might be a first video, so it's gonna be little shitty, but I swear I'll improve. And yeah, have a good day, guys. I'm out.